We're off. Hi, everyone.
Hey! It's Ball James.
Well, James, I reckon. But your hat doesn't fit you anymore.
No, everything's fine. It's just like, seriously. I used to do this, though, all the time. I used to have my hair like this for ages, for years in Sydney. And then I moved to Orange, and the first winter I went, nah.
So are you in Orange or Canberra?
No. Well, I work in Canberra, and I'm there about 3 days a week, and then the rest of the time I'm in Orange.
Okay, very good. How's your brother? How's your brother?
He's doing well.
Oh, good.
Really well.
That's good. Good to hear.
All right, first question.
Oh, questions.
Is cereal soup?
Cereal soup.
Yeah, think about it.
What? Because it's in a liquid.
I'm not talking wheat bix or anything like that. But think about it, right? You got a plate, and you put, let's go, Cocoa Pops.
Yep.
And you put milk in it, and because you're an idiot, you put more sugar on it. This is pretty much my youth.
Okay.
This is pretty much me. It's pretty much me right up till I was in my 20s.
Okay.
And so you've got it. Now, isn't that a soup?
Good question. That's very.
See, that's what I mean.
A broth is a soup. So
yeah, there you go. So is it a soup? On a side note, I remember when I was young, and we didn't have any milk, but we had a buttload of beer. Then I ended up having my cereal in the morning with beer in it. And may I say, of course I ate it then because I was 25, 24, I think, 24, 25. If I go to do that now, I'd be like dead. So definitely will not do that one again.
Oh, no, I've never done that. No, and I don't add sugar to my Cocoa Pops when I have them.
Okay. What is the sexiest name and what is the least sexiest name?
What's the
I've got the least sexiest name. Trump. Let's be honest.
Are we talking Trump. People? Are we talking actual people as being sexy?
No, but it's just that name. It's just like, you could just check it. Like if you were
like Fabio.
If you were
like
a guy.
Fabio and stuff like that.
Yeah. If you were a guy and the girl said, my name is Trump, your penis would become an innie instead of an outie.
Oh, yeah, no.
Just saying.
Yeah, no.
Sexiest names. I love Gabrielle. Love that.
What, Gabrielle?
Yeah, Gabrielle. Yeah, love that.
I've always liked
anything that's.
I always like the name Samantha. Samantha's always been a nice name.
Oh, okay.
I don't think it's sexy though, because I'm a woman. But
Kaye's coming out.
I'm out. No, I haven't. I'm in the closet.
No. It's cool. Are you coming out as gay? Or are you coming out as bi? See, completely
I'm not coming out as anything. I'm coming out as an idiot. Oh, jeez.
I've never thought of a guy's name as being sexy, but I do have a magic name that I use when I just want to, say something and do something and not have to use my name, which of course is Nick Mancuso. So I do like that name. But for me, I like Spanish names.
Yeah.
It's something I've always wanted to do, by the way, is learn Spanish. The one thing I realized in all of this stupidity and craziness and pathetic what we've gone through this year, the one thing I've realized more than anything else is that I'm a lazy bastard and I need to kick my ass a little bit. So
yeah, I'm like you. I was going to learn a language as well. We're locked up.
So in the last week or so, I've really started to kick my ass, and I've really kicked it into gear this week. And I'm not proud, but I'm happy with where I've gone so far. Yeah,
you feel better for
it.
All
right.
I still haven't thought of a man's name.
Oh, come on.
See, I love Gerard Butler. He's a hottie.
I get that. For me, see, I don't think Hugh is a sexy name, but I do think Hugh Jackman is a sexy man. So
Yeah, well, Hugh's like Hubert, isn't it? No.
yeah, but I don't know. See, I always think it's funny when someone says, I'd flip for that person or I'd switch for that person. My problem with all of that is that then I'm going to have sex with a man, and I just don't find men attractive. I'm not saying you to someone be gay, of course, you be whoever you want to be. And literally it's not a choice, it's just something that happens. But my mate is gay, and I say to him all the time, I go, I just don't get it. I don't understand what you find attractive. And he says, well, I don't get what you find attractive.
Exactly.
There's nothing about a woman that I find attractive at all. And I go, okay.
Yeah, no, that's right.
Yeah. So for me, I think it's an interesting question, but it's not really no. But Gabrielle has always been one of those.
Okay. If I find one, I'll let you know. Okay.
Okay, thanks, man. What secret conspiracy would you like to start?
Oh, a conspiracy. I
yes, so have a think about that, because I've actually looked at the question, so I've got mine ready.
Conspiracy.
Elvis Presley is alive, and he's playing on the wing for Pontypool in Wales. Coached by Harold Holt.
Oh.
That's right.
Yeah,
Pontypool Rugby club, by the
people
way.
out there won't know who Harold Holt is.
Oh, for those who don't know, Harold Holt was the Prime Minister of Australia in the 60s. In the year that I was born, actually, in 67, he went for a swim and was never heard of again. There were the conspiracies that he was picked up by the Russians in a submarine.
Yeah.
When in reality, the poor man just was not a good swimmer and died.
Yeah.
So he also swam in a place where it was constantly had a lot of rips. So it was pretty stupid, to be honest.
Off Portsea.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
yes. So my conspiracy is Elvis is playing on the wing for Pontypool in Wales. What's one which you'd like to start? You can see it out there, couldn't you? You can see it. Give me the ball. Give me the ball. I've got it. And when he'd score, he'd have the best. Let's be honest. When he scored a try, he'd have the best. Yes. And they'd be like, mate, seriously, you're meant to be secret.
I'd have done Roy Orbison. Roy Orbison, what's he doing though?
Also, Roy's still alive.
No, he's not.
No, but I'm just saying.
My conspiracy. Alive. Yeah, Roy's.
In your conspiracy, Roy is still alive.
Yeah, Roy's.
Stick with me, Kaye. Let's just keep it moving.
What's Roy?
Okay.
I'll think about it.
He's a fry cook just outside of Vegas.
Oh no, not a fry cook. Maybe. Maybe he's working in the casinos. I don't know.
Yeah, he's a pit boss.
He's a what?
He's got his people. Pit boss. In other words, he's the guy who's literally watching the other guys who are putting out the. Who then has somebody who watches him. Who has somebody who watches him. They have like 16 different people who watch it. Now it's all done with computers. You watch the movie Casino, you'll see that.
Yeah.
It's a really good run of it. But the thing is, most of that's gone now. It's all computerized, so.
Yeah, it's not the same. Oh, Vegas isn't the same. Not like when I went.
Nah. God, no. Not what it was like when it was used to be.
Dean Martin. Oh, now let me think. Now, that'd be a really good one. Oh. I'm going to really think on that one.
He's going to be running a bar for sure.
Oh, man, I loved him. Oh, my God.
He's in a pub. He's the
licensee.
He's the licensee of a pub out in the middle of Broken. Right, out in the middle of Burn.
He's out at working at the Black Stump. That's where he is.
Yeah, there you go. He's out of Black Stump.
Yeah, he's out of Black Stump. The pub's not very big. No one will pick up on him.
That's it. They wouldn't care. They'd be like, what's your name, mate? Dino. Righto, cool. Good to meet you, Dino.
That's a
I'll have a cold one. Thanks, mate.
That's
thanks, mate. I'll have a cold one.
Oh, God. What else have you got there?
What's in What's invisible, but you wish people could see?
Oh, good one.
Yeah, it's a good one, that one. I like that question.
What's invisible? Like air, like wind, like sun.
Well, there's personality traits too. There's personality traits. They're invisible.
Oh, yeah.
You don't know. You
Yeah.
don't know if someone's a murderer. You don't know if someone's, to go terrible,
Yeah, you don't know
awful,
their
a
personality.
pedophile.
Yeah.
That's right. You don't know who they are. So there could be something like that.
Yes. Invisible. Like
Imagine if it was germs. Oh, imagine how awful that would be. And you just sort of flying around.
Oh, that'd be
Shit,
horrible.
you'd never leave home, would you?
Especially someone.
Yeah, you'd never leave home.
No, that's horrible.
Oh, God, you'd never leave home.
We don't. What are you talking about? It's Melbourne.
Well, you do, yeah. It's just the same.
It's just the same.
That's the conspiracy. That's the conspiracy.
We can see the germs. We haven't told the rest of Australia.
Victoria has a sea of germs thing.
We can see COVID. Ooh.
That's why all the cops wear sunnies. They're not really sunnies. Hey, did you see the dickheads who protested in Victoria today?
No, I didn't see it yet.
Oh my God! One of them hit the horse with his flag.
That's illegal.
My favourite part was they called the horse a racist. That's just brilliant right there.
Oh God, they're weirdos.
Oh, there are just some people in this world.
They're not doing anyone any favours. They're not doing anyone any.
No, they're not. They're not helping you.
No.
Oh, far out. So yes, for me, I think I'd like to see the intentions that someone would have. The one other thing that I'd really love to have, if I could have a superpower,
yeah,
I'd love to have the superpower of the Mel Gibson in What Women Want.
I'd understand the other person.
When he can hear, he can hear what they're thinking.
I think
because I swear to God,
the hearing would be annoying, but to be able to sense what they're feeling and doing.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
What's the weirdest smell you have ever smelt?
Oh, that's fish paste. That's horrible. I hate fish paste. Weirdest smell.
If you've ever met anyone who smelt it, they will all say the same thing, and it is an incredible smell, and it is something that throws you out completely, and that is the skunk smell in the States.
I've never smelled it, so I don't know.
It's so bad that animals will kill themselves to not be able to have to smell it ever again, because it's on their skin, because it stays on their fur or whatever. Yeah. And it's a perfect thing for them. But I got there was this place, this zoo, and they gave you a whiff of it, and you never forget it. And it was like it entered into your nose, and for days later you could still smell it. It was awful. It was like that episode of Seinfeld.
And they get
when they're in the car, they go, "What is that smell?" The guy with the BO.
Yeah.
What am I hard of smelling? Oh, okay. In the train in the 90s. It's 93? Yeah, 93. No, 94. I'm in a train coming from Central to Eastwood, where I used to live.
Yeah.
And it was just after I had gotten married. So it was about 2 or 3 weeks in. And the train's really packed. And no. It'd be near the end of the year because it was hot. So it'd be about December. And it's really, really hot. And the train's packed. And there's this guy in front of me. He's just like, he's putrid. I mean, he just doesn't stink. He's beyond stinking. And eventually you could see that everyone around me was being affected by it.
Yeah. And
people were tears. Like people were just, there was nowhere for you to go. You were stuck.
I'm so packed. Oh, God.
And I'm not so much this personality anymore, but I definitely was this at that time. I seriously leant forward, flicked him on the shoulder, and said, "Mate, it's called deodorant. Go to the chemist, go to the shops, buy yourself some, soak your bloody body into it. Of course, you reek. You're not just like stink. You're like skunk stink. Like everybody's affected by it, bud. Just go. And he ran out. And he ran out of the train.
Oh God.
All these people were going, thanks, mate. Thanks, mate.
I was on the train with my mum once. I was young, and she used to have the old what was it, the 7-Eleven for 7-Eleven, whatever. No, what's it called? What is it? That stinky, horrible, smelly perfume. Anyway, she used to have it in her purse. She used to carry it, and this guy reeked one time. So she's standing behind him, and she was spraying it.
Yeah. Oh, I love her. I love it.
And she's going.
Seriously, Kaye, that's going to be. So my personality that was when I was younger, right? I swear to God, it's going to come out when I'm older. Because as you're old, you can just get away with shit.
Oh, yeah.
You don't care.
She wasn't that old. She'd only been in her probably early 50s. She wasn't old.
Oh, okay. So I could do it now.
I wasn't a kid.
I'm 53, so I can do it now. Excellent.
Spray in the back of him. Oh my God, I'll never forget it. My mum was terrible. We were in the old days. We had Waltons here it was in Melbourne.
Yeah, I know Waltons. Yeah,
remember Waltons? Yeah, and they were giving away free cigarettes. Now my mum never smoked, and stressed me out. And when we walked past, and this woman's demonstrating them, and she's offering them out to everybody. My mum takes one. Mum thinks, I'll take it home for Dad who smokes, but the woman made her light it up. So I'm puffing away on this cigarette. Well, I've never been so disgusted in my life with my mother, and I walked off, and she's chasing me down Burn Street. She was hysterical, just upset me. I'm just, no, you bitch.
You can see with the cigarette. Dal, just stop, will you?
After I'm running. My mother was shocking. Now I do it myself. I do strange things myself now. Oh God.
Oh God, that's done for me. Yeah. My crazy side came from my mum. My mum never had any fear whatsoever. She would just do stuff, and I was about 14 or 15. And back then, Sydney had a wonderful thing called the Sydney Festival, which is run now, but it's all money now. It's all, you got to pay for things and everything. Back then, it was a free festival. And it was a free festival of art, music, dance, anything like that. And it was right across Sydney, and you could go to a lot of things. And my mum and my next door neighbour, Margaret. Now, the two of them, when they got together, were true crazy, like just full on. They egged each other on to become that bigger person, to become that crazy person. Yeah. Margaret was like my second mum. I grew up, with next door. I grew up with all of them. I grew up with, even though I have 5 brothers, I grew up with 3 girls in the street, 2 next door and 1 up the road. And I think even to this day, it's the reason why I like being around girls more than I do boys, because I feel like I can talk to them, because in my youth I did. And I got a lot of good lessons from them, stuff that I still remember now. And the two of them were crazy. So the same age as me, Donna and I would go with Margaret and Mum, and we'd catch a train into Sydney. We'd go to Town Hall, and then we'd do the walk and up to the Central Park. So you're right in the middle. Yeah. So the park's like right in the middle of Sydney. Yeah. And it's got this huge walkway that goes right through the whole thing. And it's really big. You could fit 15, 16 people either side, all the way across.
Not wide, yeah.
And then in the middle, where it comes to the crossroads, they had a big stage, and these people were performing. And my mum and Margaret are having a great time. And they've got their cups, and they're banging away on the cups. And people are looking at them like, what the hell are these two doing? So my mum, like me, they got an audience. So now she's got an audience. She's standing up and she's, these guys are great. Come on. Yeah. And I forget the song they're singing, right? But she's singing away, banging on, hey, cut. Yeah, come on, get in it. And she's walking around to people. And this is Donna and I. Just, oh my God. No, just no, please don't, no. And it's funny because my kids do that to me now.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You know, my daughter just looks at me all the time and goes, no, Dad, no, just no. It's like a constant thing with her. She's eternally petrified that I am going to do something that is just going to embarrass her.
Yeah, my kids will just
but as I said,
say to me, stop, don't even think about doing it. Yeah, they used to when they were
well, as I said to her, you know, my mum was like that and I'm like that now. Chances are you're going to get it too. Because she's not afraid to say what she thinks. I'll give her that.
Yeah, I've got to that stage.
Yeah.
And I had enough, so too bad. You're going to get it whether you like it or not. So.
All right, here's a good one for you. What's the most ridiculous fact you know?
A fact. Not something. Not me saying.
There are the same amount of stitches in a baseball than there are in the beads of a rosary bead.
Wow.
Seriously.
What a useless
I think it's like 100.
information.
Oh, yeah. Oh, seriously? There are 26 letters in an album of Pink Floyd's, and it's the longest album name ever. I can't even say it. I need my brother here. He's one who can do it off by heart.
Oh, really? Let's say it like it's like.
So it's crazy facts like that.
No, I don't even remember that sort of stuff. I should, shouldn't I?
Well, it's just.
Yeah.
It's never going to, like, seriously, where am I going to use that?
Well, that's it.
Yeah, it's just the craziest shit that I get. You know?
I can't bloody remember. It shows I'm getting old.
It makes me laugh, that's for sure. Oh, here's a good one. What is something, that everyone looks stupid doing?
Oh, it has to be something like eating.
Don't you reckon that it's difficult for anyone to eat a donut without licking their lips and their fingers?
Fingers, yeah, like Kentucky Fried Chicken. Yeah.
White people doing break dancing.
Chopsticks. People look
I suck at chopsticks.
I love chopsticks.
I end up doing this. And I also say to people all the time, I live in a country that literally was made by the English who invented the knife and fork. So guess what I'm going to use? My father, who's American, actually, on a side note, so used to cut it up, everything,
put
and
the knife
then eat
down
with the fork.
Yeah,
and then eat with the fork.
It happened to us when we watched Dean Martin. When I saw Dean Martin, my husband and I, cutting away, da-da-da-da-da. Everybody just stopped and watched us. The whole NGM. And then my husband, he stopped doing it, started trying to eat like the Yanks, so I just went like this. Got him back doing it. Probably happened in Hawaii. Same thing. Yeah. As soon as we sat down, started eating knife and fork, they thought we were weird. No, we can coordinate. Woohoo! Look what we can do.
We know how to do these two.
Do it together.
If anyone ever did that with me, I'd just be getting a knife and fork and going, I can also play instruments with it too.
Yeah, that's right. Watch me play the spoons.
Oh, yeah. Oh, when you first get on ice skates or roller skates, no matter who you are, or blades, no matter who you are, you look like a giraffe first getting bored. You know, going,
like you're learning to walk again, yeah?
Yeah.
Same as skiing. People skiing amazes me. What else?
This is a good one for you.
Oh, God.
A perfect one for you, actually.
Oh, okay.
What is the funniest joke you know off by heart?
Oh, jeez. No,
it's hard.
What I did the other day about Mrs. Dunn.
Oh, that was freaking hilarious. Did you notice I nearly choked?
Yeah, no.
I was laughing so much. That was such a good joke.
Mrs. Dunn and Patty goes
for me, it'll always be the head.
What?
You know, the head He's 18. He's a head. He's just a head. That's all he is. He's just a head. And he's 18 and his dad takes him down to the pub. And he goes, since it's your birthday and you're 18, you can have a drink. So he pours a little sip in for him. And as he does, his torso pops out. And he's like, quick, take another sip. So he takes another sip and out pops his arms. And everybody in the pub's like, drink more, drink more. He takes another sip and out pops his legs. And he's like, yes. And he's so excited. He runs outside and he goes outside and a bus hits him and kills him. And the barman says, that kid should have quit while he was ahead. I still love that joke.
What?
That and the horse walks into a bar and the barman says, why the long face? It's still one of my favourites.
Yeah, that is a good one.
It always will be.
Yeah.
All right.
Or two blondes walk in and they walk into the bar and someone says, why didn't somebody stop them? You know, it's like they walk in.
Yeah. In 40 years, what will people in 40 years, what will people be nostalgic for? I've got one. The 80s.
The 80s, right? Disco.
40 years from now. 40 years from now, people will still be doing 80 parties.
Yeah. Discos.
Because I always think it's really funny when they do that. Like, if you see the Never Ending 80s, who are magnificent, by the way. I know those guys. They actually are incredible. Mm-hmm. And if anyone's watching this and has a chance to see the Never Ending 80s, I highly suggest it. It's a lot of fun. Go with the attitude of just going with fun, and you're going to have a great time.
Yeah.
For me, it's I think it'll be the 80s. I think even then, I think 40 years from now, kids will still be what it'll be.
I don't know.
It'll be kids that are now in their 50s. No, but they'll be in their 50s now, and they'll go, geez, my parents used to play this shit to me all the time.
Yep. Same as, it's funny you should say that because I love music from the 40s, the 50s. Love it. Absolutely. And that's because my parents just pummeled it into my head. You know?
See, same with me. See, I'm a Frank Sinatra fan because my parents were Frank Sinatra fans. You know, that was the music they did. But see, I was incredibly lucky. Being the youngest of six boys, every one of them was musically inclined. Every one of them was a singer and a performer.
Yeah.
So I got a huge amount of music being brought to me all the time. And it's the reason why I knew it. Plus, I had a brother who was the closest one to me, Jez. And Jez was the one who introduced me to music by the latest stuff that was being played because he was working at 2SM. He used to get the little singles, little LP singles, little tiny ones, 45s.
Yep.
And he'd bring back a stack about 45s like this and give them to Marty and I, and we'd listen to them. But Marty is the most responsible. He's the one closest to me in age. Marty's the most responsible for my movies, my music, everything to deal with art and entertainment came from Marty because no one was listening to B-52s when I was a kid, but he was. Nobody was listening to Pink Floyd before Dark Side of the Moon. You know, or Genesis when they first started. He was introducing me to all these different types of music. My brother was coming back from America and giving me a guitarist called Adrian Lett, who plays a steel guitar. So it's got a very, very unique sound to it. I had my brother introducing me to Peter, Paul and Mary.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like and then my parents are giving me Frank Sinatra and Dino and Sammy Davis Jr.
Yeah.
Sammy Davis Jr., man, seriously, just to watch. I was jealous. My dad actually got to see him perform, and I would have loved to have seen him dance. And then I was also getting the biggest influence on my life, which was the Beatles. So I think, 40 years from now, I think the same things will happen. I think it'll be music that generations listen. Plus, I would really love to know that my daughter in 40 years, who will be then, God, what will she be, 55, that she's playing WAP to her daughter. There's some whores in this house. There's some whores in this house. There's some whores in this house. I love that song, by the way. Can I just say?
Well, I've taken to listening to Swedish music.
Oh, interesting.
Current,
one of the greatest bands of all time came from there. So
there's just some brilliant. I just love it.
Oh yeah.
I get on Spotify and I just go mad with it and go.
Yeah.
I love it.
Try Amazon Music for them too. They have a lot of international stuff. And there was one I learnt today. I forget its name. I'll send it to you. I think it's CAF or CRAF or something like that. I'll send it to you today. It's one that's used India, Africa's, a lot of the African nations, Sri Lanka. Have a listen. There's a lot more on that than I thought.
Okay.
Plus, I tell you what, I really like Bollywood. I seriously love it.
It's very light. It's very light.
Dancing and it's colourful and it's like, yeah. I find myself going, I don't understand, but I'm having a good time.
Exactly. Yeah. No, it's very, very light. Oh God.
Here we go. This is an argument one. This one.
Oh.
You ready?
Oh, really?
How do you feel about putting pineapple on a pizza?
Oh, you've got to have pineapple. I don't eat pizza because I can't eat bread. But if I'm going to...
Are you celiac?
Well, I'm not celiac. I don't know what's wrong with me. I'm just weird.
So you have a yeast thing then?
Yeah. But, well, I can eat Vegemite and it doesn't affect me. Yeah, that's all yeast.
I love Vegemite. Shit, I could eat Vegemite until the cows come home.
For you Americans...
Mate, you know what?
Vegemite.
You know what? Yeah, Vegemite is what's wrong with America. You have Marmite. That's what's wrong with America.
Well,
you need Vegemite.
Yeah.
You need Vegemite. That's what's wrong. You need Vegemite. It fixes everything.
It does fix
Wouldn't be surprised if there's something in there.
Rub it on
but for me, pineapple is a fruit. It's not a food. A food to go on cook stuff. Is what I'm saying.
What they call it a tropical, so it's Hawaiian tropical. So.
Oh yeah, no. I'm not saying don't do it. I'm just saying I wouldn't eat it.
Just on a pizza. Are we only talking pizza? Or are we talking anything?
Yeah. No, it says, how do you feel about putting pineapple on pizza?
Oh, pizza. Yeah, no. If you're having a wine, yeah, got to have it. I don't care.
Yeah, and I get it. I
do rissoles on pineapple. They're really nice too.
Ooh, this is an interesting one. I like this one.
That wasn't even an argument.
What?
It was pathetic.
I know, really. We get along too well. That's the problem.
No.
We need some more people in here who don't get along.
No. We need some grumps. Yeah,
what,
grump people.
Yeah. What part of a kid's movie completely scarred you?
Oh, let me think now. A kid's movie. So a kid's movie or a cartoon and an animation one.
Oh well, it just says kids, so I reckon kids anything.
Oh, geez, what did I grow up with? Mary Poppins. That didn't scar me. Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. No, I'm thinking.
For me, there's a couple of them, but mainly. That's what Kaye.
I love the movie The Great Race, right? The Great Race, right? But Professor, damn.
I know who you mean.
Jack Lemmon's character.
Jack Lemmon, yeah.
He kind of scared
Peter
me.
Falk.
Oh, Peter Falk didn't scare me, but Jack Lemmon's character was being, Professor.
I know who you're talking about. It's a great character too.
He's brilliant.
Really
Up,
good.
you idiot! Up, you idiot!
Yeah. And Curtis was just. Curtis knew when he was doing that movie, he decided to be as camp as he could be in it, and he really played it up. With the whole costume and the perfection thing.
Yeah, brilliant movie.
I didn't know that was actually taken from a book. I didn't know that was taken from a book.
No, you didn't know that either.
I only read that recently. I didn't like
Dr. Dolittle. That affected me.
Oh, yeah.
Because the animals didn't talk to me, and I was most upset they didn't.
For me, it was Charlotte's Web when Charlotte died.
Oh, yeah, that's very sad. I like that.
That broke me.
I was old by that time.
Nah, see, by the time I saw that in the 70s, the original movie, the cartoon, 75, 76. So I was still pretty young.
Snow White,
And,
Snow White and the
that's
Seven
Academy.
Dwarfs with Walt Disney. When I saw that, then I didn't like.
Oh,
I wouldn't eat apples.
oh my God! How good is that?
I
How good
wouldn't
is
eat apples.
Yeah, seriously. So there you go. We've got a lot here. And for people who are watching this, please feel free to put some answers in on some of these questions. What kind of secret society would you like to start?
Oh.
And we're going to finish on that question.
All right.
Because I've got a ton more, and we'll do those in the next one.
I had some things as well to ask.
Well, why don't you ask yours then?
No. Just just what was it? I can't even bloody find it now. Okay. What? Well, we haven't answered that. Yours first.
No. We'll do that next week. I know what number it is now.
Okay.
So
what does it mean
we'll do that next week?
What does it mean to pre-board? Do you get on before you get on?
Oh, what does it mean to pre-board?
Yeah. Pre-board.
Does it mean I get to go on the plane and then come off again?
Yeah, and go back on again.
Is it kind of like, excuse the language, pre-ejaculation? Is it like the excitement before I'm getting on the plane? Oh, shit.
Too late. I
blew it all before I got on the plane. Oh, well. Is it like you get really excited, and then when they call your name, you go, oh, well.
Yeah, no.
I was excited back then.
It came up. I've got a few things a bit like yours.
Yeah.
Funny,
No, that's good. I like it. Does it pre-board? Yes.
Does it mean
Does it mean that I sit there?
Get on?
Yeah. I like it. I like it.
It's a mind thinker, isn't it?
Yeah. It is actually.
Yeah, and is a fly without wings, should it be called a walk?
I like that one.
That's
good.
Yep.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah. Not the other flies. Hey, mate, where's your wings? What's going on? Seriously, mate.
Have you seen your Magnificent Beast? No, it might not be Magnificent. I can't remember which one. It's a Greg Davis one. And he's running around being a fly. Oh, God, it's so funny. Oh, my God, it's hysterical because his mate reckons that the flies actually make the sound of the buzzy noise you hear, and it's not the wings. It's hysterical. Absolutely. The way he does it is just brilliant. So.
Oh, that's so good. If you ever get a chance, watch on YouTube, watch Will Ferrell be a cat.
Oh
it is beyond pleasurable. And in the end, you start to see the cat in him. He's that good.
Oh, wow.
He did it when he was practicing to be on Saturday Night Live. And seriously, it's on YouTube. Watch it. You'll love it.
Have a look.
And I'll send you that link for that thing. Yeah. But we've got more questions for the next one. So if you've got more questions, bring your questions too. For that fly one. I tell you what, that onboarding one's going to drive me crazy now.
Yeah.
So yes, for anybody who's watching down where Kaye is, down here where Kaye is. He was right here. That's what.
You're here.
Yes, but you are here. Oh God, I just realised what I just did.
Oh, you're terrible. Oh my goodness.
Okay, that's it. No, no.
Yeah, okay.
All right, Kaye just made me just take everything off then. Oh, great. I just did it again.
Pre-board, did you?
No, seriously. Not since I was young.
Oh, God.
Okay.
All right.
Now we've turned it into the late night version of this thing.
Late night version. That's exactly what it is. Oh, my goodness.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the boardy version of Onboarding with Kaye and James. This is where we tell the dirty jokes, the sexy jokes, the ones that you couldn't get away with now simply because the fact that the world has become PC.
Have you seen Twitter? I've been copping it again.
Oh my God. I swear to God, you've got to do what I do. You've got to do what I do. First of all, I do not answer if it's a dickhead, right? There was a guy the other day. You know how I said the big stuff that I wanted to see? You know, the sheep and the banana and blah, blah, blah. Oh my God, I couldn't believe how many people had so many things that I can go and say. I've got a list a mile long now.
Yeah. Yeah.
One guy came in and he said something about his penis and how it's big and it should be on the list and blah, blah, blah. So all I did was immediately mute that conversation, block it, and I reported him straight away.
Yeah.
And that's how you do it.
Yeah.
Don't answer them.
Oh,
Don't
no, I'm not
get
answering
in
what I
conversation with them,
used to.
Who gives a shit? See, this is the obsession that a lot of people have with TikTok. But I want to have more people following me because for some unknown reason, if I have a lot of people who follow me on TikTok or Facebook or Twitter or Instagram, all of a sudden then I'm popular. And if I'm popular, then that must mean I'm fantastic. And if that means I'm fantastic, then you should be listening to me. And therein lies that circle.
Yeah.
I don't care if I have 10 people, as long as I have you, Linda, Rose,
Yeah.
Courtney, Rob,
David.
Love Rob, David, cracks me up, that boy. That group of people that I love, that I follow and I listen to,
Yeah.
and I really take in what you guys write, because as far as I'm concerned, that's my mates. They're the ones I want to listen to.
Yeah, that's right.
If you want to be a dickhead, then I'm just going to go click, click, click and go. I'm not going to answer you. I'm not going to give you the response that you need, because I see it like this, Kaye. If someone walks up to me and goes and says that to me face to face, two things are going to happen. One, I'm going to call you a dickhead, and two, I'm going to walk away.
Yeah.
So my calling you a dickhead is muting, blocking and reporting you, and walking away is me moving on.
That's right, exactly.
And that's how you should handle Twitter.
Oh, yeah.
If they're going to be dickheads, just go, boop, boop, see you later, mate.
They haven't been nasty. They're just, you're picking on the Irish or you're picking on the Scottish. Well, get over it. We pick on everybody. The jokes are for everybody.
Tell an Australian one.
I had done. I did it, and they didn't say.
I know. Yeah, of course they didn't.
All the Australians just loved it, because we hang shit on ourselves.
Just ignore them. If that's the way I want to be, see, bye. Moving on. I think your jokes are hilarious.
Some of them have been not bad lately.
I'm Irish American. I think anything about both countries is funny. I'm Australian. I think that's funny.
You do cop it from if you do the American ones.
Oh, no, that's because it's an entire country of people
and you've got to make sure that you don't
got an
the
ego.
word black. You can't mention black. You can't mention about the history. You can't. And I find
don't get it.
I have got some great clips, dance clips, but because they've got black people in them, I won't put them on.
No,
just
you'll cop the shit for it. Nah, stuff it. Ignore them. Just move on.
Yeah.
Get on with your next stuff.
Yeah.
I'm not them. I'm not in their country. I have no idea. I don't know what they go through. Don't know what they've suffered or anything. So there's no way I'm going to make a comment about something that I've got no idea about.
No.
How stupid would that be? That's really ridiculous to make a comment about something I don't know anything about.
Yeah.
Anyway,
right.
So we'll do our next list next week, and we'll do another 14 questions. See what we can come up with.
Okay, cool.
Excellent. Talk to you later, Kaye. Bye.
Bye, guys.
See ya.